When the go, I got rough. Everybody think they tough, and I see. Nah, I'm on the T bustin' up the bank like she. Ha, got an EC. Ha, mad cause you can. Ha, do it like me. Checking for the fees. Yeah, check me. Go get an email. Give me receipts. Yeah, and I know what I see.
Appreciate y'all rocking with a real one.
You see, I can show you something. Then they do the same thing as me. Is it a clone? I don't know. Put them on hold and watch them go. Watch the clone.
Make sure y'all go get that perfect timing.
Recreate something I made, but it never take. It don't seem right like this, not authentic. I see, but they can say it, but they won't get it. I ain't got my money in the bag and I can't spend it. I gotta invest, I invest in my business. Oh yeah, and I know what I need.
Yeah.
Staying focused on.
Okay.
Main goal, focus on me.
We in here. It's me, Armani T. It's the RoundHouse RoundTable. We got some shit to talk about. Rod Font versus Marlon Vera. Oh my God. We gonna get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
I swear my glow up in lightning. Hot year, something like lightning. This shit a hit on my psychic. She want me lick, I'm excited. See, I feel that that's my business, and that's why I'm business minded. Need a push, get behind it. It's science, apply it. Worst come to worst, you tried it. Get it bad, get inspired. Shoot your shot, just the effort. I admire. You're high, it ain't looking for friends at this point.
Oh my God,
my circle is smaller than the point. I'd rather sit in voice than hearing the fake on their voice.
We already
have business report.
You know? All right. First things first, we got to go ahead and do the housekeeping. We appreciate y'all rocking with the RoundHouse RoundTable, some real ones. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Make sure y'all go listen to the podcast on Apple, Google, Amazon. Wherever you listening to podcasts, make sure you tune in with us. We here giving y'all the best MMA content for your ass. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to kick it off how we kick it off, how we do it, how we always do it. And that's with the no cap recap. Let's do it. First, we had Gina Mazzani versus Shayna Young. Shayna Young came out like she was accepting what Gina was giving out at first, which was volume, but it wasn't more so power of putting Shayna in danger. It's almost like she weathered the storm. She did her thing. She weathered the storm, waited it out, and then went in when she could. You could see slowly every strike that Gina was getting touched up, and it was slowly showing on throughout the round and then going into the second round. So it was almost like Shayna was showing that she is able to be in there and withstand some damage and still get the job done. So shout out to Shayna Young on the W. Women's flyweight got it done. Next, we got Nathan Levy versus Mike Breeden. This one was a dogfight. Breeden is one of those guys that's like, he's always like up for like the test. He's always willing to take the test. But at the same time, Nathan Levy definitely gave him the test of takedowns. Definitely making it happen with the takedowns and being dominant. But dominant in a sense of control for the time being. Mike Breeden was definitely doing a good job of getting up and working with his hand. Nathan Levy definitely was better on the ground and with the control. But the strikes, I feel like Mike Breeden definitely did his thing. 115 on the strike. And these guys are throwing some accuracy. 52% for Mike Breeden, 66% for Nathan Levy. Like, come on. These guys throwing. Shout out to Nathan Levy on the W. Unanis. I don't know about Unanis, but I guess that's, the judges was all like all right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's here. Speaking of it's here, Gabriel Green versus Johan Lainez. And Gabriel Green got put out at one point in time in the fight, which was wild because I thought they were going to stop it, but the recovery was tremendous. The fucking recovery was tremendous. And it seemed like the thing that held him up was his conditioning. If it wasn't really for his conditioning, that he would have stayed there on that ground. But him being able to withstand the damage, Johan Landis was definitely trying to put everything on him that he had. And he had that one punch. So it was just like, and that one punch landed and he withstood it. So after that, that's when it's just like game on. What else you got? And he definitely made it happen with that. Shout out to Gabriel Green. Gabriel Green was definitely stepping inside, landing his punches at will, being dominant, moving forward. So he definitely kept that the whole time. Hey, y'all could make a game out of this and take a shot every time I say definitely. Next, Francisco Figuereto versus Dania de Silva. And this was elite jiu-jitsu. This is what I was talking about in the last show about how this new knee bar phenomenon is going to be a new thing. It's going to be belts won on this knee bar. It's going to be title contenders winning on this knee bar. And it's not even going to take 5 rounds. It's not going to take 2 rounds. It's going to be a first round type thing. Like once y'all get to the ground, it's going to be watch out for the knee bar. Once you get into a sprawl where somebody's behind you, come on. Somebody's on your waist, it's going down. The availability of the knee bar has been so present for a long time. Only a few really have been capitalizing on it. Now, the ones who are capitalizing on it, they're getting it consecutively now. At first, when it's just like, oh, the knee bar is such a crazy thing. Now it's going to be worn the fuck out. I don't think it's going to get worn out to the point where they just say, no more knee bars. I don't think it's ever going to get there. But I do know it's going to get to the point where people will be busting out knee bars. You might see a knee bar probably once a fight night. Once a fight night. So pay-per-view, Columbus, anywhere they at on that card, prelims or main card, somebody's hitting a knee bar. Watch what I say. And these ain't just out of thin air. So people are seeing the availability of the knee bar, and it's going to keep happening. Shout out to Francisco Figuereto. He did what he needed to do. He's jumped right on it like he saw it there. I really wanted to see what De Silva was going to do in the sense of like stand up and grappling, but it was a clear difference. Obviously. Like that knee bar, y'all gonna see. Watch. Y'all gonna see. Speaking of y'all gonna see, round 1, got it done. Lord. Alexander Romanov versus Chase Sherman. I ain't seen nobody get slammed like that in a long time. And I know Chase Sherman's arm is fucking hurting. I know. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, if you saw how he got slammed on his arm, it's almost like his arm like broke the whole fall. And if your arm break the whole fall like that, where everything is coming down on top of it, both of their bodies were coming down on top of it, yeah, that shit hurt. Grab my strong hand. That shit gonna hurt. Shout out to Romanov. The wrestling was just like elite. It's like it's confusing. It's like you about to really make these guys work in this heavyweight division. It's about to get scary in a little bit. Heavyweight division is getting like that. You got guys like Tai Tuivasa, Cyril Gane, Alexander Romanov. Like these guys are just getting started. So it's about to be some swap. If y'all can get past Ngannou, you know what I'm saying? He just got the knee right. What Drake say? He had the Derrick Rose the knee up and got the re-up. Well, got the re-up and Derrick Rose the knee up. Like whichever one came first, either way, it's up. Romanov is about to be a problem for the heavyweight division. Watch what I say. If y'all don't see it, then hey, I already said it. Next, ooh, are we into the main card? All right. See, normally when I get to the main card, normally things speed up because it's so cut and dry and dog fights. But this weekend, Guys was really bombing on each other. Like, it was some chins going on here. It was a lot of chins. Speaking of a lot of chins, Jocko versus Meerschaert. Bruh, I'm thinking like, all right, this is going to be a little hot take, but at the same time, I don't know. Gerald Meerschaert, I don't know if he's like the fan favorite type guy or if it's like he's just really the company type guy, but it's just like, I don't know. It's almost like Jocko didn't get him out of there, and it's like he did it to show like what he can do. It's like he wanted to display his skills, and not to mention that Meerschaert is like, he's a tank. He's gonna take a lot of damage, but that switch can get turned off. You know what I mean? That switch has been turned off before. So that's why I just think that Jocko just was able to do a great display, get a unanimous decision, like well earned, and he did what he needed to do. He made it a good looking fight, and he looked more prepared than his opponent. So he did his thing. Shout out to Jocko. Gerald Meerschaert, I don't know what happens next, because we're gonna be honest. Because I was thinking about it, but I didn't do the research. Because it's like sometimes doing the research get your feelings hurt. Maybe the reason why I think Meerschaert is in that area of they're trying to figure out his opponents and pick his opponents wisely. Because like after Cosmont, it was like we can't just be doing that. We got to get back. We don't like that feeling. We don't like that feeling of 17 seconds. No, we don't. So then that's when, you got him going through guys, and it's just like stylistically, he would do well in those, with Murdov and Stolfutz. Like he would do well stylistically with those guys. And in a sense of like them being stand-up guys. And of course, they get submitted. Those guys are the ones to worry about. Like, so if they got past a good grappler, then they will be stifled a little bit, and they can let the other guys shine. But y'all know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, he got those 3 wins in a row, and then now it's just like, all right, now you got to show us something with somebody. Somebody's like, hey, he got a 3-fight win streak. Let's see what happens. Now you start when you level out to your competition level already, and that's what just happened. So I want to see what the next fight happens. Who the next fight is. Y'all make sure y'all put in the comments, and y'all get it to me how you get it to me, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, get it to me. Let me know. What's next for Meerschaert? What's next for the guys? And just post it. Send it to me. I'm going to shout y'all out on the DMs. Shout y'all out. I ain't going to put you on blast. But I'm going to shout you out. If y'all got something good to add to the content, if y'all got something that y'all is just burning on your heart and you need it out there on the airwaves, just send it to me. We're going to chop it up. Next, Derek Old Man Elkins, still getting it done. Tristan Connolly, like this one was just like, hey, this was a sparring training session for Darren Elkins. This is what he do. And Tristan Connolly he's that guy. He's that guy in the sense of featherweight, scrappy, gets it done, And Derek Elkins just put all that down. He put all that to rest. So it's just like Derek Elkins is just gonna keep getting his fights. They're gonna keep getting harder guys now. They ready to take this thing up. Derek Elkins gonna surprise a lot of people. Hey, I know next fight he on. I might see what he talking about with the bookie. You know what I'm saying? Next, Grant motherfucking Dawson versus Jared Gordon. This was elite. Grant Dawson is constantly progressing throughout every fight. Even in his loss, he constantly progressing, and at the same time, Jared Gordon was putting hands on him too. Jared Gordon was doing this thing, and then that's when he had to figure it out. He really had to figure it out, because like standing up was not going to make that happen. Standing up wasn't going to get done what needed to happen. Yeah. And plus, I know he had a little chip on his shoulder too. Nobody likes to come back from no draw. Like to a real one, that's a loss for a draw. But at the same time, that means both of y'all fought y'all heart out and y'all gave it 100%. But at the same time, somebody tripping. The judge is doing something. Hey, the judges is tripping. Ain't no way. that y'all gonna just cut this down the middle like that. Ain't no way. But judges, they find a way to do it like that. It's just like, damn, like y'all see the same fight I saw, even though it was a scrap, it was a brawl, but draw. Oh, why? Shout out to Grant Dawson though. Shout out to him on making that move, that life decision that he felt he needed to make, that relocation, because sometimes that's just all it takes. That change of scenery, that just gets you right, get you in your mindset, and you got the right people around you. That's real. That's real. So these guys, what y'all don't understand is when these guys are doing like these promotionals and stuff like that, y'all might just be waiting for the hype shit and all the drama and stuff, but they really be dropping a lot of information, dropping a lot of gems on, just self-development and being able to get your mindset right. Because like, imagine being somebody that gets punched in the face for a living. Don't you think like you had to go through some fucked up shit in your life to get to that point of wanting to do that for a career? Like, that means there's a lot of things that may have happened. Not every fighter, but like a lot of fighters went through the trenches, and a lot of fighters went through mud to get to where they are. And it's just like, to be able to maintain the level that they're at, a lot of times they have to really unpack a lot of shit and be able to have tools to use to help them get better, progress, and want to be the greatest. So you can see it in some fighters. A lot of fighters give that off sometimes, but because like you never know, somebody, it could be anybody. Next, this one was a quick one. Joanderson Brito versus Andre Touchy-Feely. Brito is a powerhouse, if anybody noticed or not. Brito's a whole powerhouse, whole truck. If y'all know, for a featherweight guy, like it's a rock coming at you. And I think that he wants to really establish himself in the featherweight division, and he wants to be known and right now, I'm expecting to see him fight soon. Again, he didn't take any damage. He got him out the way early. And Andre Feely's good. That's the wild part. Andre Feely is nice. So that's why I was surprising to see that happen like that. It was just those crushing body shots. It was just those crushing shots. Round one, got it done. Shout out to Joanderson Brito. Shoot, performance of the night. Y'all really have to take in what's happening in these fights. These guys are not just going out here and just throwing wild punches. These are calculated. So next up, speaking of calculations, adding up numbers, years, pounds, we got the heavyweight division. Andre Arlovski versus Jake Collier. Split decision. I think Andre Arlovski, I think he skated off with this one. He did what he needed to do in this one. This was an easy night at the office. If it wasn't a knockout, this was still considered an easy night at the office. This was a good sparring session that he got tested a little bit. He was put in danger a few times, and he got out of range for that. So he just withstood the storm and just landed how he needed to land. He was staying active and mixing it up, and that's what he did. And he just walked away with it. Jake Collier, like, it's crazy because I know you better than that. So now it's just like Tai Tuivasa, he gonna have to get serious sooner or later. Jake Collier, it seemed like it's more seriousness need to be happening now. If it's not already, if it's not, but at the same time, from what I see, it's just like needs a little bit more tightening in a sense of the discipline area, because there's a lot of, hands down, a lot of risk taken. And when you got somebody like Arlovski standing in front of you, he love that shit. He's seen people take risk in front of him all day long and risk and miss. And then he capitalized on it. So it's just like Arlovski just stood up and just, it's almost like he didn't want to have to go in he didn't want to have a dog fight tonight. Not tonight, but that night. Speaking of motherfucking dog fight, and shout out Andre Arlovski on the continuous winning. Keep getting W's. Keep getting W's. He said maybe when he's 45. What? Keep going up. Next, Rob Font versus Marlon Vera. This fight said so much. It says so much. And it's just like, one thing I want to say before I say anything else, Marlon Vera, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Look either side or in front. Because the Sugar Show is about to start talking shit. The Sugar Show is about to start. And I just want everybody to know, either after this event or either now up until a week or two from now, 2 weeks. Let's give it 2 weeks. He's going to be knocking at Marlon Vera's door, talking shit. Not really straight up knocking at his door, but that was the challenge that he had. Marlon Vera is looking different. That teep kick is looking sharper. He's getting people out the way with the teep kicks, the body kicks, the front, just all front kick. Rob Font was getting around it for a while. And then that's when I saw something I didn't ever see in Marlon Vera, was him adjusting to confrontation, adjusting and capitalizing. So being able to do that, that's a championship mindset. So Marlon Vera just happened to be one of those guys who just happen to be highly intelligent that can really make things happen, which would be if you do not hear from Sugar Sean during those 2 weeks or after that, within those 2 weeks, it's because of those reasons. Because of those reasons. He didn't have to really fight nobody that adjusts. He didn't really have to fight nobody that has a IQ. You know, not saying this guy's Pivia and, you know, other guys ain't had no IQ, but at the same time, experience comes, the IQ experience comes with that. Time on the mat comes with that. Time in the octagon comes with that, with the lights on. So that's the difference. Marlon Vera might be just moving into that slot, that bantamweight slot. He up there. Rob Font been doing this thing for a while. Now it's just like, and he did Rob Font bad. And the thing about it, like, the numbers do not reflect. The numbers do not fucking reflect. 53% for Rob Font, 57% for Marlon Vera. But look, this is what gets me. This is what gets me. Rob Font had 273 total strikes, and Marlon Vera had 167 total strikes. Then Rob Font had 271 significant strikes, nigga. 273 total strikes. So that means 2 of them motherfuckers wasn't significant. Like, I don't know if we getting it. I don't know if we tripping or not. I don't know what's going on. Plus the one takedown. One takedown. So it's almost like the numbers do not reflect. But if you watch that fight, you're going to see, like, these judges went off who got hurt worse. Clearly, that's the only way we can see how that's going. Like, that's how that happened. So, but shout out to Marlon Vera. I want to see what happens next. Where you at in the rankings now? What we got going on with the bantamweight? What's going on? Ooh, number 5. Ooh, number 5. For Cinco. It was Cinco de Mayo yesterday, so number 5, he went to Cinco. Marlon Vera got it done, and now, Marlon Vera, Corey Sanhagen, because I do not want to see the Marab right now. Marlon Vera, nah, not trying to see that. See a Rob Font, Dominic Cruz. I see that, and let Rob Font retire Dominic Cruz. Yeah, I see that. But Sanhagen, Marlon Vera, hey. But Sanhagen, Aldo probably sounds better. Aldo won his shot, though, bad. He want that shot now. He like, it's he see the lane. He see the lane happening, so that's why he looking for it. And we just did the knockout recap. Hey, we did the knockout recap. Hey. If y'all ain't know, we did it, got it done. And then, and that was UFC Vegas 53, Font versus Vera. Now we about to see what's going on real quick this weekend. Got the Oliveira versus Gaichi. Whoa, Mr. Backpack himself, the human backpack with hands. That's the part y'all can't forget. That backpack got hands. It got straps. So, yeah, we just going to skim over it real quick, see what's going on. Early prelims. This was going on in Phoenix, Arizona. Cool. Y'all know it's going to be hot in there. Y'all know it's going to be hot in there. Brandon Royval, Matt Schnell. I think Brandon Royval got that one. Let's go get the money together real quick. Let's go get the money to. Oh my goodness, why y'all gonna do this? Randy Brown versus Chaos Williams. Whoa, y'all just always find a way. Y'all always find a way. And these both welterweights, both of these welterweights could have been fighting. Randy Brown could have been fighting Cameron Van Camp, and Chaos Williams could have been fighting Andre Fialho. That would have been a good ass fight. But y'all did what y'all did. Okay, I got you. See it. Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson. This is definitely a tune-up for Michael Chandler. Tony Ferguson, we haven't seen him in a while, but from what we've seen from the last times of his outings, you know where the bookie going. You know where the bookie going. Ooh, Rose, Thug Rose, Carla Esparza. Somebody might be giving that belt up. And I'm just saying, somebody might be giving that belt up. Hey, Carla Esparza is a phenomenal grappler, and she got hands. Rose just got to keep that distance. Do it for 5 rounds. Keep Carla away from your waist. But in 5 rounds, fatigue sets in, and Carla's going to push that pace on her. So it's just like somebody might be giving up that belt, and it's just like, wow, what happens next? They immediately run that back. But we'll see. Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaichi. Justin Gaichi got that power and he could wrestle, but Charles Oliveira has the BJJ. He has the BJJ. That's elite. So it's just like guys can wrestle you all day long. And a lot of times the control positions that they try to put you in are just access points to the next submission. So it's just like, that's why I was like, I understand wrestling when it comes to control and domination and being able to be a step ahead of somebody else. But a lot of times those wrestlers be snapping themselves into a bad spot. Not thinking about, like, a lot of times when a good jujitsu player is going to pull you somewhere to make you pull away for you to fall into a trap. So it's just a lot of times it's just mind. It's just mental warfare. And it's just like, I don't know if Justin Gaichi is there, but working with Trevor Whitman, that's something that definitely plays a part in his growth. So it's just like, I want to see how that works. I want to see how that goes together. Because I know Justin Gaichi is an intelligent guy, but at the same time, he can go out there and just go on his shield and pretty much hand over a title. So it's just like, I hope he go in there strategically. Because, like, if we talk about strategic, his last fight wasn't fucking strategic at all, but he still won it, which I believe that if Michael Chandler just chose to go in there and be technical, he would have just won that whole fight easily. But, to each of their own. Shout out to Charles Oliveira. Shout out to Justin Gaichi. It's going down. It's going down. But hey, like I said, it's Armani T and it's the RoundHouse RoundTable. Make sure y'all tune in with us. Make sure y'all tune in and lock in with us on all streaming platforms. Catch us on Instagram. Catch us on Twitter. Catch us on Facebook. We there. Hey, it's the RoundHouse RoundTable. It's Armani T, and I'm out of here.
That's why I use the heat as a sword, cause keep the peace is important. They go keys for you. Say please. That's 1, please. Don't need. No 1, that's 2, please. Don't leave. That's 3, 4. If you do.